welcome to Not So Daft Gamecraft. Apologies in advance for any background noise, but if I want to record, that's the penalty. Okay, we're getting ready to box this thing out. It's going to be a pretty straightforward build. I am intending to add hoppers to the kill, I don't know what I want to call it, kill pit? I don't know. The concept being that this way I don't have to manually run around to collect blaze rods. But I still will have to probably stay out of the blazes way. I'm wondering if I need to have the path go all the way around. I don't know. I think I'm going to start without the side paths and just do a central pathway. The only negative is sometimes the blaze don't see you. If that ends up being the case, we'll pathway it out. But I'll also be doing a bit of fast forwarding in this video because this is really a 7x7 box with a tunnel down the center. It's not super complicated. There's no reason to make too much of it. And then we're going to take it for a test run and get ourselves some XP. Well, let's rock and roll. Okay, so that's the basic shape of the room. 7x7. It's kind of small. I think you probably wouldn't go this small for a standard mob spawner, but I've been doing this shape and I find that it works. And I get about 4 blaze. One thing I did have to incorporate is the extra high ceiling. It's 5 blocks above the spawner, and that's just because I noticed that when I built these rooms, if I gave it a little higher height, that seemed to have more impact on a good spawn than the dimensional width. I wanted to do the platform down here as all hoppers feeding to one set of chests. The idea being you don't have to run around and collect the blaze rods, but frankly, I don't have enough iron to make that many hoppers. So we'll just go ahead and do the tunnel around the side as I had indicated I might have to, and let's get started. So pretty much what we're going to do is just tunnel under the wall that we built, and we go up 3 blocks so that we'll end up with a passage that wraps around the entire 7x7 room. So that basically means we're going to be building a roughly 9x9 trench, which will lay down netherrack or nether stone slabs. So that'll give us a little bit of a lift so that we can peek over our platforms. Another trick is we're going to undercut our platforms and set slabs underneath them. The reason being that when XP is generated, if it's generated on the opposite side of a platform, it can come under the platform and we can pick it up without having to run around and necessarily collect it. But the tunnel way will give us the ability to draw the blazes into a kill position. And then it's just a matter of cutting out a box to put our workroom into. And I just kind of play it by ear as I go, what the shape is going to be, how much ceiling height I'm going to give myself, etc. And we'll set down our bookcases and our enchanting table and our chests, and then from above we'll add the little stairs to create a space for the boxes to be able to open in, which is kind of handy. It's better than trying to do it from below. But it's at this point it's a very basic room. It's a few glowstones. Nice thing about the Nether is the lighting is always a fairly constant tone, but I do like the feel of the glowstones, and I don't think they're going to interfere with spawning. So we go ahead and put them in there. Get our track laid. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to time how long it takes to get from 27 back to 30 using this skeleton spawner, okay? And then we'll compare that to how long it takes to go from 27 to 30 on a blaze spawner, and we'll have an idea. So first we got to get to 27, so I'm going to enchant a book with something. I don't know, we'll see. Power 4, that's pretty good. We'll take that. And we got loyalty, which, I'll start the timer when I strike the first skeleton. Same thing with the blaze. First strike, timer starts. Yeah, all apologies for the background noise. I've sped this up and compressed it. I got rid of some stuff, like I went up top and messed around with some lighting issues. Got rid of a whole bunch of glass blocks, trying to maximize my spawn. So I got rid of some of these walls. You don't really need to be able to see in there too much, so I just eliminated most of it. And we sped this thing up. See where we come out at 30. Okay, wow, that was forever. 9.5 minutes. Ooh, efficiency. Unbreaking. I don't want to do that. Gotta roll the dice. Well, okay. Just gonna leave them there because I want to go back up to 27 on the other side. Yeah, I'm in the middle of editing this thing, and I gotta tell you, this is what happens when you try to edit over several days. Every time I come back, I feel like I'm encountered with some new, absolutely stupid stuff. So, we're gonna label all of our chests because why wouldn't you? You want to know what you're making, especially if you can produce lots of stuff in short order. So we're going to set some steps up here. I say steps because that's what allows us to have the appearance of a ceiling, but the chest can still open. Finish out the glass block wall. Finish out the tunnel pathways around the facility here with some slabs so that we can stand up. Okay, here we are in our finished room with our spawner ready to do its business. Let's find out how quickly we can get all the way up to 30. Okay. Start your clocks, folks. So, like all other spawners, it's run around and wait for them to pop. Kill them when they pop. You're going to get a lot of blaze rods, and you know what? That's really good because blaze rods can be used in furnaces. Also, you'll need them for powering the brew stand for making potions later. So don't say no to those blaze rods. But pretty much this is a game of running around, hitting them, and reading when they're about to go into anger mode. Because when they go into anger mode, you got to run away. See if we're going to hit 30 here. I don't know, that didn't feel very fast. We'll find out the actual times here in a minute. Okay, so 9.5 minutes, old school versus about, what was it I figured out there? Is it 7 minutes? No, 6.5, sorry. So 9.5 versus 6.5, that's 3 minutes. That's not a bad uptake. There's a lot of tool wear, and I think if I had a sharper sword, this would go faster if I had sharpness 5. But hey, not bad. Let's spend that XP. And thank you for watching Not So Daft Gamecraft. I've been GoSub, you've been great.